Welcome back to Sly Guy TV. You're watching Sly Guy, Sly Guy, Sly Guy. Kaboom, kaboom. Real estate land. Kaboom, oh yeah, kaboom, hey, here we go. Oh, yeah. This is out, then find out. People are getting priced out. Priced out of land, priced out of land. Priced out of land, just on demand. Then we're coming back from school. I bet the teachers think we're cool. But now we're going out to stay up late. Gonna call up all the friends and watch the movie till the end. Now we'll never go to bed, yeah. Going out for some pizza and beer. She's so fine and one night sky is clear. Coming down and our parents won't know. Right down to the rock show, rock show. Going out tonight. The only thing that feels so right. We're walking hand in hand, pretending we're trending. Going out tonight. We're gonna have another fight. I know what's going down, pretending we're ending. Yeah, welcome back, guys, to our episode of Sly Guy TV with Sly Guy. And right now, what we have here is the most epic story of all time. The story about the dual lands, the story of how players are priced out and how players can no longer have an efficient mana base because of the secondary market. Once upon a time, when Magic started, if you wanted to play a dual deck, you had the dual lands. These lands did not come into play tapped. They did not make you lose 2 life. They didn't require you to have 3 or less lands, reveal a mountain, nothing, no drawback. You just play them. And this is an island, this is a swamp, this is an island, this is a mountain, this is a swamp, this is a mountain. Dual lands, one of the best lands in Magic the Gathering. These used to be $10 each. When I started, because I started around 4th edition and Ice Age, these were $10 cards. They were super, super cheap. Everybody wanted them back then. I mean, I had full playsets of these guys way back in high school. Okay, I sold those playsets, and then a few years later, couple of years later, when I bought them back, I bought them back at a really, really high price. So, yeah, lesson learned. Never ever sell your old cards. Good God. So, right now, what we're looking at is the comparison of these dual lands to actual real estate in the Philippines. Now, not everyone is as blessed as the people who can get dual lands in their decks right now. These guys represent the people who live in Corinthian Gardens. If you live in Corinthian Gardens, if you live in Valle Verde, if you live in White Plains, you have a beautiful house there. I mean, if your parents got that house for you, you're still living there, consider yourself blessed because you basically have really, really top tier real estate. It's like going back in time to 1994, 1995, buying a bunch of dual lands, going back to the future, and all of a sudden you're a multi-billionaire because these dual lands shot up in value. Just like those properties which I mentioned. White Plains, back then, properties way back in the 90s, properties were above market, but they weren't that expensive. It was doable. I mean, getting a house there was doable because real estate was super, super cheap back then, especially during the crash of the Asian financial crisis. Condo units, even the largest, the best condo units were super cheap back then. They were like practically giving them at prices. They were giving them away at the time, and you can like buy like 3-4 condo units Yeah, I think some businessmen did that. They bought a house in White Plains and then they got 3 condo units. So now, not only do you have a beautiful house, but you have 3 units that you can that your kids can inherit, or it can work as a passive form of income for you guys. So it actually works that well. Next up, you've got the middle class people. These are the people who's getting by. They live in houses who aren't really high end, no subdivision. They just live anywhere, but okay, they can live comfortably. They don't have to worry about money. They can travel, they can go, but they've got their homes deal 2 damage to may force them to pay 2 life if they want to use dual lands. So it's just like the shock lands coming. Well, if you don't want to pay 2 life, they come into play tapped, but if you want speed, if you want something fast, you're gonna have to pay life, just like the people who live here. What am I talking about? You've got the people who live in Quezon City, perhaps Retiro, Banawe. Banawe, you've got the rich people living there with mansions, but middle class people, upper middle class people who live there. These are also the people who live in mid-class condos. They're not high-end condos like Alveo. You've got basically the SMDC, the Mega World, the DMCI people who just live in mid-range condo units. That's another way of representing them. Okay, so basically, they still get the dual mana, but they have to pay 2 life if they want anything fast. Everything they want is slow. They want to get a car, they have to wait. Or pay in installments. They want to get another condo, they have to wait. So basically, time is not of a... They don't have a luxury of time because they have to wait and wait and wait. Compared to these guys, they get whatever they want very fast. They're wealthy. They've got the money. They're in Corinthian. They're in Verdify. They're in White Plains. So, it's over. Now, the people who get priced out are the gate people. These are the people who have no choice. When their land comes into play tapped, it gets tapped, locked down, and then the second turn, they cannot even play a 2-cost spell because they don't have a resource. Everything is locked down the moment it comes into play. If they want something, they're gonna have to wait and wait and wait. But they don't have the option of paying 2 life. They're stuck of just coming into play tapped. These are the people who don't own homes. These are the people who have to pay rent. Normally they live in the province. They go to Metro Manila. They pay overpriced rent for a really ugly apartment that the landlord doesn't maintain, full of rats, full of roaches, and they have no choice because it's the only place that they can basically stay. Eventually, they have the option to move up. They get promoted, they move up in their career, and then finally they become the Shockland people. If they get lucky, they can, example, they join The Voice, they become a multi-billionaire superstar, they become an actor, they join the auditions, they have the option to become dual land people eventually. Okay, but a majority of them won't make it. All their lands will just come into play tap, tap, tap. Some of them will just die and then they're just stuck with their guild gates. I mean, that's the sad reality of life. Some people are born into dual land families. Others are born into shockland families. Others, they're just stuck here. Tapped, unable to do anything. It's just sad. Sad that people are priced out of certain formats. This is also why Vintage died out, because the price of dual lands went up so high. Even Legacy died out because the price of dual lands went up so high that people couldn't afford them, so they just decided not to play. They're Shockland people. Some of them are Tapland people. Just like that. So sad. But anyway, just a reflection on how things are in the Philippines right now. It's a really sad situation, but hopefully things look up, hopefully things improve, and hopefully we have, all of us, have a brighter future ahead. Sly Guy TV with the Sly Guy, signing off right